get the brand new limited edition Pals Holiday Package available at thepalsmerch.com. Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is your boy Sub-Zero Exabyte shooting right back at you with another video today. And right now we end up finding ourselves in this little river right here. And though it may not look like much, well, it actually is pretty much after all, because I ended up here out of nowhere. I have no idea what is going on. I just ended up in this world here. I just went to sleep and woke up here, and I am very hot right now. And I am not just talking about my physical appearance right now. I am actually talking about my body temperature, which is not ideal since I cannot really take the heat all too well, and I forgot to bring my sunscreen. Well, I did not really forget since I did not plan on coming here. But wait, what in the world is that big pink thing right there? Oh, it is a pig, of course. That must be something, right? I mean, we could at least check out. Maybe I can draw some kind of clue out of that thing right there. Who knows? The only thing that I know is that we need to get out of here because I do not have any meat and the sun is shining bright like a diamond in the sky, dude. Now also I am bringing you guys something a little different than usual. We are going to be testing a whole lot of things today, so sit down and enjoy this because I am not sure what to expect. And usually when I know what to expect, things usually tend to still go wrong. So pretty much when I have no idea what to expect, then all will break loose and I will probably end up doing some random things all video long because everything that I had planned just went to poop. But that might just be me and you guys may not have noticed any of that yet. And I just ruined all of my videos for you guys, but let's just hope that you did know that and this is not something new for you guys. So what we are going to be looking at today are just a variant amount of mobs that I just saw in this thing that I am holding right now. But these mobs are not fighting each other, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, it is New Year's. I want them to end this year with a bang. This is just one big test day and it is not that deep. Sorry that it is not that deep, but you know, some things just come and go, man. Oh wait, I said that I was not going to be going deep. So this will be like Jurassic Park. I actually have no idea what half of these mobs actually do. So maybe I am not really the right person to teach you guys how to actually do this. But then again, that is not really the motive here. I feel like this is a good way to show you guys some new stuff in case that you want to use it yourselves. And that is a good thing, right? I mean, there is nothing better than some random guy that is telling you what to do. I am kidding, that was me being really sarcastic. I mean, I do not really care about what is going on here. But I am just saying that I am getting to the bottom of this. And I will get them to fight. All of this is just weirding me out. I am really not used to any of this, but I actually do feel like all of these mobs can add something to this world. And maybe I will just become the leader of this land and stay here. That is something that I can see happening. I mean, I would love to be able to do all of this. Without a doubt, I feel like we can actually have some interest in all of these stuff. I mean, I am basically just wrecking this world right now, but I am just trying to figure out what it is that we can actually do around here. That does not sound that weird now, does it? I mean, I can perfectly manage around these things right now. So maybe we can stay around here and we can add something to this. And what are we going to add? Well, boys and girls, I will be making an arena where they are able to fight. Now this will not be easy. Even though you might think it was easy. Now usually I say that I have never in my life envied a human being who led an easy life. I have envied a great many people who led difficult lives and led them well. That is basically the same when it comes to these mobs and some good old fighting. You can just have an easy life and do nothing about it and just stroll through it. But it is the people who are leading the hard lives and make it look easy who you should be looking up to. That is why I like to keep things interesting by making things hard on myself from time to time, like failing on purpose. That is what I do a lot. Also in this video, of course. So right now with my stadium right here, I am not struggling a lot, but when you guys are watching this out of the comfort of your home, you will all just be like, well, that guy Sub-Zero there on the screen, well, he really did quite a good job on making everything look easy while he was struggling really hard. At least that is what I think that you are all going to be saying. I mean, I cannot know for sure now, can I? But that is all good for now. Since we now have a stadium and now an even bigger one, boys and girls. I mean, it would just plain be unfair if you had to watch me do all of this so perfect and swift without a care in the world. And you guys are out there struggling trying to become as great as me in these things. So sometimes I will fail on purpose just to make it look a little less hard. I mean, come on. I would not be able to do all of this without you guys. So if you guys want to be like me, that would be pretty hard. So I have to put in some flaws to myself. I mean, no one is flawless except for me, of course. So you know, maybe that is the reason why I should be doing all of this. Just so that you guys can see that having flaws is just a way of life. But then again, I am a Roblox character, so I am not really sure if that also counts for me. But now that the cat is out of the bag, I will just hope that you guys appreciate the fact that I sometimes end up failing on purpose, just so that you guys can see that I am also human, even though I am better than anyone else in these types of things. Just so that you know, that is like the best idea that I have ever come up with right now. But first things first, I am already proud of the fact that I was able to get the idea from myself, which I had applied to the noob problem, and now we can build houses when we want. So that was a pretty awesome thing, to be honest. But I was able to apply that same idea that I used on the noob problem, and I am going to be putting it to work with the housing problem that I have got right now. But I am just hoping that once I am done with all of this right here, that I can just live here in peace again. But something is telling me that this will not work out the way that I wanted it to. It is just something that I feel coming up. I mean, that does not mean that this is a bad thing. I mean, I would rather have things go wrong while I am in the beginning stages of getting through this, because otherwise I would have to start all over again when I am almost done. But that is not something that I want to do right now. So I am just praying to the gods that this will all work out in one go this time. So let's hope so. So this is actually pretty fun for now. I mean, I would have never thought that this was the way that this game would take the mobs on. So I guess that is some kind of a learning experience now that I can actually see what is going on inside of this new world. But I mean, these monsters are going fast and they are pretty reckless. No wonder they always lose stuff or get killed by the sunlight. I mean, would you just look at this dump? I bet that once I am done with these mobs that I will be the one who comes out on top laughing at them. I mean, they can prank me all they want. You know how the saying goes, right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Well, I am not someone who you just can fool with. I will not stand for it, and I will be the one who will have the last laugh. You can see me as Darth Vader after he killed the Emperor on the second Death Star. I mean, Vader was pretty much the bad guy up until that one point where he just threw the Emperor into the reactor shaft. Well, that is what I will be. The creepers might think that they are really powerful right now, but once I am done with them, I will be Darth Vader and I will be the one ending the Jedi right here. Now that I think about it, Emperor Palpatine basically was the CIS and he was the Republic. I mean, he was the Senate as well, but he was puppeteering two parties against each other. And that is basically what I am doing right now as well. And I bet that they will all bow before me at that point. That is exactly what will be happening right there and then. But of course that means that I will have to finish all of this before I am ready to stop. I mean, I cannot just throw around words like this and then not actually end the mobs right here. So you know, you guys will have to stick with me through this, because otherwise there will be some rad things happening if we are not ready to end these guys. But like I said, I do not mind having them in Minecraft. I mean, they are part of the ecology there. But once you bring them to my home called Minecraft, well, that is just one step too far, my little friend. That will be the part where I do not actually want them to be, so I will make sure that I can defeat them in their own game. Alright, so now that we have the base of the arena done, we can start moving on to the walls. And you want to make sure that they are sturdy, because you do not want to wake up in the middle of the night because the south wall of your house has collapsed after an ant tried crawling onto it. So just make sure that you get the right materials, and try to build it in a way where there are as little weak points as possible. Because I swear to you, if I had gotten $100 for every time that a creeper was able to blow through my wall with just one explosion, I would by now probably have around, well, let's say $300. And you can do the math on that yourself. I believe in you, but just make sure that everything is nice and ready to take on everything that is coming to tear it down. Build it like the Great Wall of China, and decorate it a little, just so that it still looks like an inviting place. Otherwise no other Minecraft players will drop by for a piece of apple pie. If you know what I am saying. This is just too weird for me, man. I mean, I am a pretty weird guy, but that has nothing to do with all of this. I mean, I probably could get used to it someday, but I am not sure if that day will ever come, just because I do not handle change all that well. So I am pretty sure that this is going to be bothering me until the day that I end up getting some mob power in this world. And I cannot wait for that day to happen, because I am already sick and tired of all of these things that I am trying without a reason. I mean, I guess that I am just not made for these things because I am doing more damage to this world than I am doing any good. So maybe I should just stay away. It is just not the way Minecraft is supposed to be played and stuff, etc. But what do we have here? Oh, never mind, maybe I can just make sure that I do not ruin this whole world right now. But maybe we can add something to all of this in order for us to not break this world into pieces. This is so weird because they are not fighting each other, but I think that we can manage all of this because I have a secret tool that will help me with this. I mean, I really like to procrastinate and do things on the down low because that is just who I am. And I mean, I am kind of known for missing the point and just rambling and ranting about other stuff like I am doing right now, which is not a good thing to do in my opinion. And no one wants to walk around all day listening to me rant about random stuff, right? That is nonsense. I mean, why walk around listening to me? We can be trumping that is the best of thing ever, and I'm not kidding. I am not sure what I meant by that, but I am just going to roll with it no matter what. So what do you guys think of video thus far? I mean, I really like it, so I'm hoping you guys will like this video as well. Otherwise this would all be for naught and we would not win that. I mean, I do not win that. Now I am not the best person in Minecraft or anything on YouTube, but at least I try. So I have got that going on, which is nice. Now of course you might be thinking, why are we doing all of this right now? Well, I mean, we could have been doing anything, but we out here chilling with the mobs. Alright, so guys, please forgive me right now for what I am doing with this thing here because I literally have no idea what I am doing right now. This is just some on the fly thinking right here because I literally have no idea how to use all of these wolves. So if you have any sort of tips and tricks for me, well, that will always be welcome, of course. But right now I do not really have enough time to go look for some tutorials because I will really need to make sure that no one finds me on this island. I mean, no one will find me, right? I told him to just go away a couple of minutes ago, so I hope that he respects that instead of following me or coming back with like a group of guys or something, because I usually get intimidated pretty quick and I am like a turtle. I will need a shell so that I can hide in there, and right now I do not have a shell, so this is basically my shell right now. I will have to make sure that I can get through this, otherwise I will not have my shell for whenever more people show up, and then, well, that means that it is time to panic for me. Also, I do not want these mobs to get out and start fighting me, because that would end up really bad for me. It is like when you make a move in chess and just as you take your finger off the piece, you see the mistake you've made. And there's this panic because you don't know yet the scale of disaster you've left yourself open to. This literally describes what I am doing right now. That was a quote, by the way, from an author called Kazuo Ishiguro. I probably butchered the pronunciation on that name, but that does not matter right now. What matters is that this is a chess game and I am running out of plays to make. And I really do not want this one to end in a loss or a stalemate because I will not be able to handle any one of those. I will be needing a decisive victory right here so that I can finally get some rest. Because, well, you might have noticed because of the way that I am acting right now, but I have not slept since the day that my house got blown up. I mean, the time that Herobrine was sleeping in my bed. Well, that does not make it any easier to close your eyes. Not that this will happen when you have this many mobs around you, but it is the thought that counts, I guess. To be honest, building this half-acre right now also makes me feel at home for some reason, and because I always used to make these things a couple of years back when I was just playing on my own instead of with you guys, but you know, that might actually just be me rambling, to be honest. Who knows actually? I just know that it feels good to be making this thing right now. But of course I am going to keep feeling this feeling of being home and this feeling of nostalgia. So I thought that today I am going to be pursuing that feeling of nostalgia. And I mean, I really love the feeling of nostalgia just because it makes me feel at home, and it gives me a little throwback to my childhood and stuff. So I am just going to go ahead and do whatever it takes to get that nostalgic feeling back into my veins. And that is really something that I long for right now. Even though all of this has nothing to do with the arena or the mobs, I just feel like sometimes it is just good to talk about things like this, because you could just build this mob arena right here, and it would not feel right at all. That would be a bad thing. I am just thinking out loud right now, so just bear with me so that we can actually get done with some stuff right here, because otherwise we are still going to be building on this thing for the better part of a year or something like that. But to be honest, that is just an educated guess on my end of the spectrum. But let's continue with what I was saying a minute ago, and I was talking about building a nice little brawling arena for these animals, because this is something that I think is really awesome, because the animals are by far my favorite out of all of the things that you have got around here today, which is not that good now that I start thinking about it, because now I might not want to leave, and that would really be a bad thing for me, because I have got more stuff to do than roam around and play with these new mobs all day. Although I would love to myself, but you know, time is money or something like that, so I cannot afford it to hang around here all the time. Now I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye guys, and have a great 2018.